Hey guys, ECRG here, and today we're talking adverse events. Hey guys, ECRG here, and we're talking adverse events today. So first off, I want to let you guys know that adverse events are very important in clinical research. They are monitored closely by CRAs, especially when a serious adverse event happens. That is a big deal in a clinical trial. We'll get through all that. But first, you need to know, what is an adverse event? So an adverse event is any unfavorable and unintended sign or symptom related to the investigational product. So basically like a side effect of some sort. And this is a key distinction between a serious adverse event, because an adverse event can be something like a headache or dizziness, blurry vision, or something like that. Very simple, not life-threatening. You're not going to be in the hospital because of it. So that's an adverse event. Now, a serious adverse event differs from a regular adverse event, because literally a serious means it can result in death or hospitalization or is deemed life-threatening. So typically, serious adverse event, you're going to end up in the hospital, or you're going to be dead, or you're going to be in a life-threatening condition. So those are the few distinctions between a regular adverse event and a serious adverse event. Now, keeping track of adverse events is something that's important, because when the FDA comes to inspect a site or your trial, they're going to be looking at the number of adverse events a particular site might have. So both, if a site has way too little adverse events or has way too many adverse events, that's going to be a problem, and they're going to want to inspect that. Now, one of the key things to keep in mind is cultural differentiations between adverse events. Now, someone in another culture may not talk about the bruising or the headaches that they're feeling, because that's just not a big deal to them in that culture. Whereas in another culture, they're going to talk about every little thing. So in the culture where it's not talked about so much, where they're not going to bring up the bruising and the headaches and things of that nature, there's going to be less adverse events reported. And in the country where, they are more apt to talk about things like that, there's going to be more adverse events reported. So that's why it's very important to have a really good PI at your research site, so they can ask purposeful questions, so they can ask good questions about and able to catch things like that. Because if an adverse event goes unnoticed, it could progress to a serious adverse event, and that's a big deal. Or it can progress to a life-threatening, or something that's life-threatening, which is a big deal, because you don't want patients to die or patients to be harmed because of the investigational product or anything like that. So that's why adverse events are important. And a lot of people miss the cultural component of it, and that's something to keep in mind if you are on the clinical team or project team. So I think that's pretty much it for adverse events. If you guys have anything to add, you can comment down below in the comments. That's just a little basic intro to adverse events and serious adverse events. So just if you guys haven't heard of them before or are unfamiliar with what they are, that's what they are. If you have anything to add, comment down in the comments down below. Like and share this video. Take care, guys. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget to email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com and hit that notification bell. All right, guys, take care for real.